Time to step into the world of the supernatural. This is the Grandchester Mystery Mansion. It says that it is haunted, and oh, it certainly is. When you approach it, there is a little thing you may not have noticed. That if you look very carefully upstairs, you will notice a ghostly figure. The ghost of Lucy is sitting watching you as you approach the mansion. And that's not the only time we're going to see Lucy. As for around it, there is some kiosks that have some items for you to take, as well as the ticket master. Now, 3 ways this can go. 1, you get the ticket that's lying behind him. That'll gain you access peacefully. 2, you kill him and take the ticket. Or 3, pass a charisma check and pretend you're an employee. As for the rest of the mansion, there is an entrance at the back, although it's more the exit as opposed to the entrance. Then there is a super mutant encampment of just 1 mutant and his dog round at the back, which you can have a little look at. If you're feeling up to the challenge, there's also a gang of rad scorpions nearby that you can fight. Now, after you've dealt with all that, you may want to enter the mansion itself and learn about the story. Let's get right into it. After peacefully dealing with the ticket guy, we can take that off him. He also has 100 paddleball strings, so if you do need that, good place to get it. Let's go. Look very carefully to the left of the screen once we enter the mansion here. It's a very quick moment.
The story of the Grandchester Mystery Mansion begins with Morticia and Hannibal Grandchester.
Huh, she was quicker than I thought.
Morticia nearly dies giving birth to their only child, Lucy.
One of the plaques here, Morticia Grandchester, the mother, ordered this stairway to nowhere to be built in an effort to confuse the evil spirits possessing her daughter Lucy. And you can see the wee blood hand mark.
Hannibal never wanted a child and resents the young girl for the near death of his wife. Please proceed to the next room. No shoving or pushing. Disruptive behavior will result in being removed from the Grandchester Mystery Mansion.
Another plaque states that throughout the mansion you'll find doors like this one that open to blank walls in an attempt to confuse the spirits possessing Lucy. So the mother and father went all out to try and sort out the spirits, but the story gets a little stranger as we progress through, and you'll see Lucy show up several times. So, entering the first room.
As a young child, Lucy proves difficult for her elderly parents. In this very room, her mother read her stories by Shelley and Poe and histories of the Borgias. With no friends to speak of, she would capture small animals to play with. Their skins were found nailed to the undersides of the furniture.
Portrait of Morticia Grandchester. Photographs suggest that the artist may have took liberties to make her look more youthful and attractive.
Guests are not allowed to remove items as souvenirs. Please proceed to the next room.
Now
Morticia was soon convinced her daughter was possessed. Hannibal was certain he could beat the evil out of her. Morticia complained every morning of ghostly chills afflicting her in this very hall. Taking the advice of her psychic, she persuaded Hannibal to build fireplaces to drive the spirits from it.
So in this plaque, throughout her short life, Lucy was fascinated with fire. She liked to throw insects into the flames and watch them burn. So clearly she has a wee bit of a mental problem going on here. no doubt. Although it was considered like she was being possessed. Now, the Colonel Gutsy at the end there is a gunner one, more on that later, and all the fire emplacements can be turned off with the switchboard right behind. So, let's deal with that guy first.
We are not responsible for injuries of any guests attempting to crawl into the fireplace.
So, with him
Please
down,
proceed to the next room.
we can continue our little journey.
Morticia's psychic insisted that Lucy could be saved by driving out her evil spirits. Rooms such as this one were built to confuse the spirits, making it more difficult for them to find Lucy. One morning, Hannibal came in here to find a doll that looked suspiciously like him, swinging from a noose.
After creating this upside-down room, the Grandchesters stopped receiving visitors. Most of their high society friends had begun to shun them by then anyway. So, as you can see, they were getting more drastic in trying to protect their daughter. A lot of people just didn't feel safe with their stairways to nowhere and an upside-down room. It was getting weird real fast.
Climbing on the ceiling furniture is strictly prohibited. Please proceed to the next room. Hannibal's favorite cook quit when Lucy put mice in the stew. This is also where Lucy first attempted to kill her parents by poisoning the dessert. Hannibal walked with a cane after that. Lucy quickly learned to stay out of range of his swing.
The Grandchesters had trouble keeping staff, especially cooks, once Lucy was old enough to roam the mansion. The longest serving cook was Granny Ratchet, whom they hired away from a prison, so you'd think she would be, pretty okay with dealing with extreme people. She quit after 5 months, declaring Lucy to be the spawn of Satan.
Guests are asked to refrain from using the kitchen spoons as swords and dueling with them.
The fact that happened is very amusing.
Please proceed to the next room.
So, there is a master lock door here, which, once unlocked, will give you access into another room full of goodies and items. Now, after you clear through all this and take whatever you can, there is another novice door. At this point, you're probably asking, why are there gunner robots running about, and what's with all the dead traitors? Well, that answer is going to be coming up soon. Also, a Protectron model can be found down here, so if you're looking one, it's a good place to find it. Let's head into our next zone. Passing a turret, and go back into the main room.
As we pass back through the parlor, notice the stairway going nowhere. This was yet another attempt by Morticia to confuse the evil spirits possessing her daughter. It is not permitted to dangle small children over the railing as you proceed to the next room.
More blocked things. Alright, now this is where things get really creepy.
Madame Scarlata conducted séances in this room for Morticia in an attempt to drive the evil spirits from her daughter. Lucy would sit in the room above this one and knock on the ceiling during séances. Madame Scarlata once accused the little girl of trying to push her down the stairs.
When curators investigated this room, they found a variety of hidden speakers, tripwires, fog machines, and other devices clearly used to stage false seances. Now, I'm assuming it wasn't the Grandchesters doing this, but perhaps it was whoever they had hired.
There is no need to be scared. Modern science has proven that ghosts are not real, and seances are fake. Mystery Mansion was sold at auction. Several trick candles were found here. Please proceed to the next room.
Now, there is a little terminal that I didn't even know about with a Nuka-Cola Victory near it. Pressing this will seemingly disable the gas, but give you a Nuka-Cola Victory, for your effort. Now, this next bit, I actually didn't get to hear when I was playing the game because a nasty Assaultron enters the area. So, let's have a listen.
In this room,
there was
you
Lucy.
will see the collected artifacts from Lucy Grandchester's short time on this earth. Replicas
Intruder,
of these items
identify
may be purchased
yourself.
in a souvenir shop. What child would not want to play with a toy boning knife like the one Lucy used to skin small animals? For adults, functional replicas
Scanning
are
for
available.
hostiles.
When
all
you are done
clear.
browsing, please proceed to the next room.
Now, this place has a very dangerous trap which activates all them.
After impaling his foot on a rusty spike that was mysteriously driven into his shoe, Hannibal came to Lucy's room to punish her for the prank. We'll never know for sure how it happened, but he was found with a pair of scissors driven through his eye and into his brain. Lucy claimed she was holding them in self-defense as he tried to beat her with his cane. She said he tripped and fell onto the scissors.
After the gruesome murders of Lucy's parents, the police confiscated dozens of items from this room. There were assorted knives, makeshift weapons, animal bones, and toxic substances. Strangest of all was a journal written in some code that was never deciphered. Unfortunately, all those items remain in police evidence lockers to this day.
When asked why his fingers had all been cut off, she replied that it was so he couldn't hold the cane again. Lucy's mother was found dead in the master bedroom with a cloth doll stuffed in her mouth. Her wrists had rope burns, but no ropes were ever found. Lucy insisted that the doll was solely responsible because Morticia wouldn't give her a kiss goodnight. Lucy was committed to an asylum. On her 18th birthday, she escaped. 9 days later, she was found hanging in the attic, dead from an apparent suicide. Please proceed to the next room.
And in here, nothing other than Zachariah, the gunner who has set up shop here. He's the reason that you can find all of the robots. He also has a terminal. Let's have a little read. Tour guide controls, failure. So we can't control the robots from here. But Zachariah has several entries. You terminal, you ain't good for nothing. Is this even recording what I type? Piece of junk. Got nobody else to talk to. Guess I'll talk to this stupid terminal. It gets lonely up here, but I'm used to that. At least I'm getting by and I'm free. You know, I'm glad I ditched the damn gunners at Mass Pike Interchange. I was sick of taking orders from Winlock and Barnes. Both of those losers thought they were hot shit. Hope they're dead now. This Grandchester place sure is perfect. I brought some of my toys with me and I'm going to set the place up to make the attraction a little deadlier. Haunted house my ass. This place is a joke. This is turning out to be a pretty sweet setup after all. All I gotta do is leave a few tickets by that stupid ticket taker and they scamper in like rats to garbage. Already bagged a dumbass Minuteman that wandered in and some family travelling west. Minuteman had some good stuff, but the family only had some food and caps. Who the hell travels in the wasteland with no weapons and ammo? Idiots. Added some more traps and tweaked the robots. That last group of wastelanders almost got to me. They had some sweet loot though. Finally cut a deal with those Nuka-World raiders to sell my shit to them. I was running out of food and water, can't eat guns. Now this is the most interesting entry. One of the goddamn bots keeps malfunctioning. Can't figure out which one it is. It keeps laughing or something. Gotta be the Assaultron, because it kinda sounds like a little girl. Gonna take me forever to fix that crap. So obviously he was aware there was something weird here. Now he will be hostile to you immediately, but you can't just take the mansion key off him. That'll allow you to exit, but why would you want to go outside? When there's a master lock door here, which when unlocked takes you up to the attic. Now, we're going to turn the lights off. There's no jump scare, don't worry. I actually thought there was going to be. So let's keep wandering, and then...
Hi there.
Woo! Creepy. So yes, you see her before you enter, and she's in the attic at the very end. Now this place is Zachariah's workshop. There is so much good gear, including the gunner Assaultron that he was clearly tinkering with when he thought, it was Lucy, but he thought it was the gunner Assaultron.
Yes.
SCAV issue 4 here gives you 5% extra damage to explosive. Seems minor, but at this point, why not? It's also pretty cool artwork. Grab that and look around, because there is some of the best crafting components in the game just lying around. There's even a Mini Nuke inside of here. There's a lot. I'm not gonna lie, this place takes forever to loot, but it is worth every moment, because you can just get everything you might need and more. So once you're finished going through everything, grabbing what you need and realizing that, well, this is just strange, we can actually fly through it. And you can see that it sort of leads into a cut section, which is equally creepy. So yeah, Lucy is, well, the wee girl that was being mentioned, and obviously she is still haunting this place, and that's all the encounters you get. But I never knew about seeing her through the window. That was thanks to the wiki. There's also the Nuka-Punch recipe whilst you're in here, and a few other things that you can pick up in the bureau before exiting out. No doubt the Grandchester Mansion is one of the single creepiest places in the Fallout universe, and that is it completely conquered. Now be sure to check out all those other unmarked locations that I mentioned, like the Super Mutant Camp to the west, and of course if you go far enough you'll eventually come across the Dunmore Homestead, which I'll be going to next. As for where it is on the map, it's at the bottom left corner of Nuka-World. So if you go to Nukatown, USA, and just go over to the Hubologist camp, and it's very hard to miss. It's massive. It's a huge building. I'll see you all in the next one. Thank you for watching.